the bag work about of apartment 5B.
You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kool.
The Commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Caesar Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, the most shady, Frankie Baby. We here.
Do you know what beef is? Do you know what beef is?
What's good, y'all? Tuning to Apartment 5B, hosted by your man Kool. As you can see, it is a packed house tonight. I got my man D out in Baltimore. What's going on?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Rewind. Nah, because this real life.
Real life.
Yeah, this real life.
Real life, dun.
Yeah.
Real life, dun.
So he got to handle his daughter business first. We'll come back to him. Yeah, I mean, DJ Raquel, what's good, brother?
I'm good, man. I feel my brother D, man. My daughter jumped into an episode one day in pajamas, so I feel him.
It's all good. Yeah, what's going on the West Coast?
Everything is safe. Well, it's rainy out here, actually, but it's all good.
Same out here, too, bro.
No doubt. Porsche, what's good, miss?
How's it going? All good.
Good. Vern, what's going on the loan closer?
Yes, sir. Loving life, man.
Yes.
No doubt. Yes, what's going on, good brother?
What's happening, body? What's up?
It's all good. And Yout, geez, what's good?
What's going on, man? Shout out to the Drake fans in the house. You know what I mean?
There are none, except for you.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Hey. I can shout out all the Knicks fans because we put 30 on y'all last night, but I mean, you know.
Damn, yeah, that bad?
Our racing is going to be a hell of a show tonight, man.
That's how I felt about that.
Okay.
Let's get back into this. If you do not follow me on Twitter, you should at Kool889. So, for the past 48 hours, let me tell y'all something. People notice. One of my side hustles is marriage coaching, okay? And in marriage coaching, the thing that I've realized, the number one complaint that wives have against their husbands is that niggas don't listen. They do not listen. And now I feel that pain of the women because niggas don't listen. I simply said Black Thought can't tell stories. You know what niggas heard? He's overrated. Oh, Kool don't like Black Thought. Oh, Black Thought. Oh, Black Thought must still kill his girlfriend in high school back in Philly. All I said was he can't tell stories. And people lost their mind. Number one, I want to know, where did all these Black Thought stands come from? Because 2 years ago, 6 months ago, wasn't nobody even saying nothing about Black Thought on my timeline. So, Ev, when did this Black Thought phenomenon happen? We talked about this earlier. When did it start, good brother?
I believe the phenomenon happened after certain Hot 97 freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's when everybody who never even knew Black Thought had to become a Black Thought fan, and now y'all just take standing to a whole nother level. So, I simply put out a challenge saying, hey, if he's such a good storyteller, give me 16 songs, 3 verses where he stays on topic. Everybody, let me explain it. Nobody has been able to do this shit. Nobody. To the point that I have started to block people if you talk about Black Thought on my timeline. I just block you. If you're not doing the challenge, don't bring his name up. I appreciate Porsche. Porsche said I got 8, Kool. That's all I could give you.
8.25. There was a 25-second song that
8.25. We're getting dots in here now. 8.25. I appreciate the honesty. Everybody, one dude told me today he was at 8, and then 10 minutes later he was at 16. Come on, nigga. No, you're not. You're not at 16. Two people told me about the same song. He gave me 2 different things he was talking about. How does that happen? It just shouldn't happen. Burn. I'll say the fact. Tell me this. What is Gangstar's Just to Get a Rep about?
Basically, long story short, man, back in the day, the stick-up kids, man, they used to run around Brooklyn and stick up everything. It was stick-up crews. The low-lifes even started as stick-up crew. But it goes from stick-up crews.
Stick up cruise. Porsche. What is Gangstars Just to Get a Rep about? Porsche.
Sorry?
What's Gangstars Just to Get a Rep? What is it about?
Well, Rec just said it. Rec just
But I want to hear from you. What is it about?
Stick up kids lifestyle.
Okay. All right, yes, watch this. Yes, what is Gangstars Just to Get a Rep about?
It's about stick up kid.
I'm just trying to prove a point. Work with me, y'all. Try to prove a point. Everybody knows what Just to Get a Rep is about. Somebody told me Star was about. No, he told me How to Get Over is about the maturation of life. Stop. Just stop.
Hold up. You talking about Gangstars? How to Get Over off the Treff hat?
No, they talking about Roots. How I got over.
The roots.
Oh, everybody loves a star?
No, how I got over.
No.
Oh, how I got over.
How I got over. I'm sorry, not how to get over. How I got over. He told me it was about Black thought maturing, and no, it's not. Stop, y'all. Stop. This just helps to prove my point that two Black thought people gave me two definitions for the same song, which helps prove my point. The nigga don't rap. I'm not gonna say that because that's what gets me in trouble. He's not a good storyteller, okay? So, help me to understand. Vegas put me down with this today. The problem that I realized is nowadays, you're either all in or you're all out. That's the moral to the story. Because I'm like, all I do is say Black Thought can't do one thing, and I'm a hater. Just one. That's it. Just one. He could, if you, tell me this, if you get 9 out of 10 right on a test, ain't you happy? I'm ecstatic if I get 9 out of 10. So I say he doesn't do one thing, and I'm a hater. And I'm about to close on this. I gave Benny the Butcher's new album 4.5 mics. Somebody tweeted at me today and said, "Kill, I thought you fuck with Griselda, nigga. Where the 5 mics?" and I was like, "But bruh, I gave him 4.5. Like y'all acting like I gave him 3." He was like, "Man, you don't fuck with Griselda like that." And that helped me realize that it's not just thought. This is how people think nowadays.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
You say that you are a fan, it's all or nothing. You cannot say, you can't admit that you have to be all in or you're all out, which is sad to me because, Ev, you remember, D, you're my age, how it was. When Kane fell off, we always like, it wasn't no people to be like, nah, we don't mess with Kane no more. Whereas now you can't say that. It's either you're all in. If you rock with Griselda, then everything they put out is 5 mics. No rap about it. No.
Check it out though. Kane can put out whack music, but you can never say Kane is whack.
That's true.
Correct?
So
you can call Kane whack. Now he can make a whack song, but that don't make Kane most everybody's one of their top 5 to 10 MCs whack.
You're right. No, you're right. Because Kane is still top 5. It's still top 5. So I guess I can't call him. Here's the thing, and we're gonna get to the topic, y'all. That's why I wanted the full house, because it's gonna be a good show. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of Kane was dope for a certain time period. Okay. After that time period, he became whack to me. Now, he may have done enough for me in that time period to solidify himself as still being a top 10. You know what I mean? But
turn me up, yo. Turn me up, yo.
You up, D? You up? You can talk.
Oh, word. That's because he posed for Playboy.
Turn me up.
Man, I thought he was finna spit an atom. Give us the cure to cancer.
He was mad. He said, "Turn me up, nigga." All right,
turn me up, son.
What you gotta say, D?
That's because he posed for Playboy. That's the only reason that made him whack, yo. Once he did that, it was over. It was done. It was done.
Here's the other thing too is that I don't know how y'all felt, but growing up, I thought rappers were young like us. Like I didn't realize like Chuck D was already 30, and like it takes a nation of a million. You know what I mean? So with Kane, he was ahead of his time. Like Kane was ready to get on his smooth Playboy thing, and like I told somebody the other day on the Don't Curse video when Kane had on his silk shirt and champagne. Everybody was looking like, yo, what's up with your man? You know, everybody else was still rocking Jabos and Hilfiger and Polo. And Kane had on a silk shirt and a champagne. And he was whack. But then fast forward 4 years and Jay-Z's doing it.
Yep.
It's the thing.
Tell everybody put their jerseys away. And now motherfuckers want to walk around here with the same goddamn shirt on.
Right. You know, so at the end of the day, Kane was just ahead of his time. But even though that Prince of Darkness joint, I just think he got to a point where he was whack. So you're right, Jens. I wouldn't call Kane a whack MC because that would be something we would use for like Young MC or somebody like that. So I appreciate that correct. He's not a whack MC. He just started making whack music. Good point, Jens. This is why you got initiated into the group today, good brother, because you had paid. All right.
You crossed the burning sand, apartment 5B land.
All right. So this is what we're going to do today. Since Black Thought can't tell stories, we're going to talk about MCs who can. So, everybody tune on in. We're going to be talking about
That's not a diss.
our top 5 dopest. We're going to be talking about our top 5 dopest storytellers. I mean, not storytellers, songs. Your top 5 storytelling songs. And I want to try to see at the end of the day, I'm taking notes because I want to do a little mathematic equation at the end. Vegas just hit me. Let me see if I can get him in real quick, and then we'll get started. D, what is one of your top 5 storytelling songs and why?
It Was a Good Day by Q.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's because it was just from beginning to the end, it brought you in to the whole day. You was like looking forward to the next verse, like, what happened next? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to happen? Oh, he picked up a girl? What they do? Because it was just like, I'm not from LA, and the stuff he was talking about was like, I don't do that throughout the day, but it seems cool to do that. All right. So it really took me in. I was thoroughly engrossed through the whole song. Like, oh, all right, cool. And at the end of the day, it was like, oh, and the day's over. So I was cool. It was cool with me.
I will give it to Cube just because he said he took a shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was the point, which was just like, hey, came off the toilet feeling 10 pounds lighter. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think that may be the only time in hip hop somebody took a shit on wax.
Right.
So, I definitely feel you. Vague, what's going on, good brother?
What up, man?
No, you said you had a special intro. So, this is my man Vague, everybody. What's good, Vague?
You started the show without me, man.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I sent the invites, man. I didn't think you was gonna make it. I'm sorry, but you want me to do it again? I can do it again.
No. Go ahead.
All right. Rec, what is one of your top 5 dopest hip hop songs ever, and why?
All right, man. So my list is kind of all over the place, man. I'm going with Trife Life, Mobb Deep. If Veg can kind of talk to it too, man. Growing up a little bit in the city, man, you know how it is to go to somebody else's project area to go and try to be with a girl, especially in Brooklyn around that time. Like, that was not happening. You met a girl from Pink Houses, like, you from Queens, that chick better meet you on Flatbush Ave somewhere, because you're not going to Pink Houses. It's not happening. So the story is a direct depiction of exactly what happens at that time. Like, that's real. That happened, and probably happened to them. Like, they just say, yo, fuck it, let's just write about it. So it spoke to me because I understood it. And just that Norman Connors sample can't beat that, man. Nobody's ever touched that again.
Yeah, no doubt. Trife Life was crazy. It was the same in Philly, man. You know, I know dudes in the hoods are very territorial about their girls.
Right.
It's like, yo, nobody from out of town, out of this hood gets to come in here and bang our girls. You know, he not mad. You know what I mean? We're very territorial about other dudes coming to our block banging our girls. So I definitely feel you on Trife Life. Ev, which one of your joints, good brother?
I'm gonna say Shaky Dog from Ghostface.
Okay.
I thought it was a phenomenal story. There's no breaks in the joint. It's the perfect way to start the album off. And I just love the story, man. That Ghost is super animated, so that's why. Another reason why I love that joint. But yeah, Shaky Dog, Ghostface.
When you be talking about the dog, man, you know, everything Ghost talking about, man. So I feel you. Porsche, what's one of yours?
Just before, my disclaimer is this: I love the hip hop songs that are stories. Like, that's my favorite part of rap, obviously. So I have like 10,000.
Hold tight. That's your favorite part of rap? The story?
Yes, and I love thought.
Okay,
yes.
I was just asking.
Yes. It is my favorite part of listening to rap is the stories. And So I love, like, my lists are like, I don't know, probably like 200 songs deep, and they would all be my most favorite. So this isn't set in stone. It could change. I just want to make that clear, in case someone's like, well, the last time you talked about this, you said whatever, but it's just, it's ever
They
changing.
gonna come for you, Porsche.
Yeah, they have them receipts around here.
People have a problem with everything these days. So anyways, and this is in no particular order, How Much a Dollar Costs by Kendrick Lamar. I love this song because it is so, I think it's so relatable to absolutely everybody. The premise of the song, or the way the song kind of plays out, is that Kendrick runs into a homeless man. He asks for $1. He says, I don't got it, but secretly maybe he does. He just doesn't, he thinks the dude's gonna like spend it on drugs. So he lies or whatever and says he doesn't have it. And then later on throughout the song, you come to realize that actually this was like a personal test, and that homeless dude was actually God. And Kendrick has now sort of failed that humanity test. And I feel like that's something that most people have probably dealt with or kind of battled with when coming across similar situations. And I love the way he articulates it. I love the way he makes it relatable to anybody, not just people in LA, not just people in, New York. It's everybody worldwide. So I appreciated that, and I love it for that.
All right, no doubt. One of my favorite joints, and it's crazy. When that album dropped, I said this is one of the few albums, if not the only album. Me and Ev were talking every minute of the day when this album dropped. And when it first dropped, it was like, we both like, yo, this shit is whack. And then like in 24 hours, we both call each other back like, yo, man, this shit kind of crazy. Like, I don't think any other album had that quick turnaround with us. And the same thing with How Much a Dollar Costs. At first when I heard it, not really paying attention, I'm like, man, fuck Kendrick. You ain't gonna get a nigga $1. Like, fuck you. Who you think you are now? Not no, I'm serious. Keep in mind, man, I don't really do that stuff. Keep in mind, I thought Bag Lady, Erykah Badu's Bag Lady was about homeless people. I really, but then when I found out what the premise was, I'm like, yo, this dude is like a fucking dude. And it's funny. I was just on a podcast with my man Gadget last week, and he was saying some site had said, is Kendrick Lamar the Trojan horse of hip hop? And what he meant by that is he the one who brings you a message. Like, you think it's one thing, but it's another thing. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I thought that was a really dope question. Like, yo, is this dude bringing us the positivity we need, but packaging it in a way that, the masses will take it in. So very dope pick, boys. Very dope pick. Vag, what you got for your first song?
I got Organized Confusion, Straight Bullet. Before I Gave You Power, Organized Confusion put together a record where they basically told the story of a bullet leaving a gun and traveling through several victims, which is just dope in itself as a concept. But for them to pull it off as a group and be able to pick up and tell the story in detail, like even if you listen to like the first couple of bars where Pharaoh starts it off, just the detail of the bullet in the gun and the chamber, how it come out, and what it's seeing before it comes out, like it's just really dope, man. And it was one of those records that when it starts, and you hear it, you kind of just locked in. You want to know, all right, where this bullet's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it gonna end, type thing. So yeah, for me, and like my list is more so not necessarily my top 5 like all time or whatever, but more so just favorites, top 5 favorites. But that's one of them though.
No doubt. Definitely a dope joint. Tell me this, did you have a problem with Nas doing I Gave You Power? Because at first, a lot of people like, oh man, you bit Pharaoh in them. Like, did you feel that way, or you was good with it? Just like another aspect of it, or you was like, nah, that's a bite?
I think I didn't think about it as much, mainly because of how he did it, where they told the story of where the bullet is traveling. He played the role of a gun, and the gun and how it was used and how the gun feels. So even though it was more of a play off of what they did than kind of coming up with the same thing. Now Tupac did the same thing with Me and My Girlfriend somewhat, but he instead of him being a gun, he was like the boyfriend to, his girlfriend was a gun.
Right.
you know, I never looked at any of it as really biting, but I think as far as when you talk about probably who did it the best, I gotta go with Organized Confusion because it's really detailed. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot of work to think about that. Like, you know, just the trajectory of a bullet going through people, outside a gun, through cars, all types of shit. So it's really dope.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Vern, what you got, good brother?
I gotta go. Like Vague said, these aren't necessarily the best, but these some of my favorites. Millie pulled a pistol on Santa, De La Soul.
Yep. Come on, man, you had to jack me, man.
Bro, listen, when I'm playing with this, you know this is Spades. I'm throwing a big joker out.
I keep forgetting about you, man.
Yeah, man. So Millie pulled a pistol on Santa. I listened to that song today, and it really made me sad. Because, I mean, how they really told the story of this chick Pop was trying to get with. She was cool or whatever, and, you know, found out her dad was messing with her. But this also was their teacher, who they thought was a cool cat. You know, so, and then the story ends, they come into Macy's, you know, he plays Santa, and his daughter came and got him. So, I mean, it tells the story from beginning to end. So that would be my first pick for the day.
All right. No doubt, no doubt. I know they'll keep you on last now from now on. Yes, what you got for your first joint?
I'm gonna go with My Summer Vacation from Ice.
Okay.
The story is Cube and them leaving out of South Central, going to St. Louis to try to set up shop, and they took them St. Louis guys corner. And you know, Louis guys come back, kill his people, and then Cube goes to jail. Very vivid story. One of the better stories in hip hop. So Cube, My Summer Vacation.
No doubt. Yeah, what you got?
I'm gonna go. My first one is gonna be "Payback as a Grandmother" by Common.
Okay.
I don't know. It just gave me a visual of like Chicago. How I don't know. Like when I really got an appreciation for it once I like went to Chicago. But it's a story about Common basically finding out niggas robbed his grandmother, and you know, I guess his grandmother was on a boat, you know, one of those riverboat casino type joints, and niggas robbed it. She was shook up about it. And Common finds out about it, find out it's his barber who robbed him. And he whoops his ass in the barber chair, and then as he's whooping his ass, it says, it always was clever to me because it says, 6 niggas masked up, pulled up in a Cadillac truck, and that's all you hear, and you hear gunfire. But then, as you hear the news report, it says, it was an arson. We found 6 dead bodies. So Common, you know, murked 6 niggas as they was running up too. So that's like kind of, I don't know. It was a really nice story for me to beat Dilla, of course, and you know, it's one of my favorites. One of my favorite albums from Common ever. So that's
all right, no doubt. For me, I'm gonna stay on that Common tip, and I'm gonna go with Stolen Moments Part 1, 2, and 3 off of this called One Day It'll All.
One Day That Makes Sense.
I just thought, man, this shit was genius to me. This shit came out in 97 and just took storytelling to a whole nother level. Comm is away on tours, man, picks him up from the airport. You know, they get to the crib. Crib got broken into. You know, he's trying to put all the clues together. Somebody put a blunt out, so I know they smoke weed. Yo, they had to be vegetarian. They want to cook the chicken. Like, he's really, you know, plotting this joint out. And then I love it because it's 3 different songs, 3 different beats. So I just thought that joint was just crazy to me. So yeah, Stolen Moments 1, 2, and 3 for me. D, what's another one for you?
My other one, next one, I'm gonna have to go with I got a story to tell.
Hey, we could talk about that. Oh, listen, I'm ready. Let's have a chat. Come on.
Right. And the reason why is because first of all, like the story keeps you intrigued. I mean, just like every other story, you just want to hear what's the next line, what happened next. Like, is he about to shoot this chick? Is he going to shoot dude? What is about to happen? Like, the storytelling rap to me always is like keeps me on edge. If it's a bad story, then I'll turn it off. But if it's something that keeps me intrigued, then it becomes one of those things like, yo, I gotta hear it again. Because that's dope. And I'll turn it back around just to hear exactly what happened next. And Biggie was just so, he just flowed well with it that you just saw that, okay, all right, it just keeps you intrigued. It's like, it keeps me wanting what the next line is, and that's what I like about storytelling rap. So
Also,
yeah, I got a story to tell.
particularly about that song, right? It's an urban legend too, because everybody wanted to know
who it was.
Who the player was.
Right.
It was too real. Now I'm not. A lot of these TV networks were doing research on it because of like a 20-year anniversary of Big, and last year. So they had a couple people on. Kiss was on there. Fat Joe was on. People confirmed it was like Anthony Bonner or Anthony Mason, or it was Starks, and they asked John Starks about it too, and John Starks said, "Nah, it wasn't me. Like, get out of here." But I mean, when Big is honestly, for this list, you can easily have 5 Big songs. You easily have 5 Nas songs. You have 5 Slick songs. You can have 5 Common songs. Honestly, you know what I mean. There's so many great storytelling songs, but that one in particular. And then he tells the story to his homeboys after the rhyme. Just told it in the rhyme. Like the same exact way. Like
that's the genius part about it. That I don't know if that's ever been done before. Like I'm gonna tell you the story, and I'm gonna rap the story to you, but then I'm gonna tell it to you, and you're still interested. You're like I'm still like, yo, how is Big gonna tell the story? And you hear Big, you hear his man like, oh, okay, yeah, like crazy.
Now check this out, though. Check this out. The only reason why I thought maybe this story was not true is because a basketball game can't get rained out.
But that's another thing. Nobody even tried to call Big on that. Like, yo,
right.
What's the guy? Niggas at a basketball game.
The niggas playing at the Rucker that night.
The guy rained out or something. That's how you know, like, Big's a real nigga. You know niggas that don't know sports that would just say in the story, just to give it a little, life.
Like, it didn't matter though, man. It was Big.
Like,
it was dope. Like,
nigga,
you didn't care.
Nigga came home early. Like, that shit don't even matter. Like, I don't even care what the fuck he was doing. Like, I don't know. Like, I was fucking this bitch and nigga ran up in the crib. Like, fuck the other shit. I don't care who he is. Like, he ran up on me. Like, I got shit to handle. Y'all talking about shit.
All right. So, that was one of yours?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vague, I got you. I'm coming. That was one of yours, y'all?
Yes, sir.
All right, Vague, what was you going to say?
Well, the story. Well, I had that on my list, right?
Is this gonna be one of Vegas true stories?
I know.
I mean, it is true, but
I'm a big fan of the Vegas true story. I love it.
I'll say this. I like when that song came out. We loved it like everybody else. But because we were so close to certain people, they did say it was Anthony Mason back then when it came out. I didn't know. It could be, it couldn't. But I know the chick.
Oh! Hey!
Okay.
I know her.
That is why I love being on Apartment 5.
God damn it!
Vegas spilling all sorts of tea.
Yes.
Vegas
not really, because I'm not going to say.
He's not going to say who it is.
Oh, I know.
But that's never been spoken of.
Hey, listen, it don't even matter who it is. We all know her now by association.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I know Shorty.
Y'all is
I was saving that for my list, but hey, fuck it.
Hey, you might as well throw it out there, man. That's the big.
I'm about to be a star at work tomorrow because I'm gonna go and say, y'all know I know that chick, right?
Crack, what you got up next, man?
All right, man. So, like I said, man, my list is a little bit all over the place, man. I'm going with the Ghetto Boys. My mom's playing tricks on me, man. I'm sorry, man. That joint was scary as shit. Yo, straight up, man. That joint had me not necessarily scared, but all I'm gonna say is, man, like, it was some cats we had beef with, and these dudes pulled up on us banging that shit, got out with shotguns and bats, and like, yeah, it's gonna make my list. I'm sorry. But dope story though. Like the stories between the three of them, dope stories. I mean, I think it's one of the better joints. Like, it might be their little one-hit wonder, but I think it's one of the better storytelling joints in hip-hop, period.
I tell you the funny thing, you talking about being scared, it took me off guard on Bushwick Bill part on the because I ain't know the nigga was no midget.
Nobody did. Nobody. No.
Not a soul.
If you didn't live in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, you did not know who the Ghetto Boys were.
But the other problem with not just him being a midget, I'm not even gonna say it because I always say
you come on, man. You get beat up for talking about Black Thought. So imagine what kind of
he was an ugly midget. Like this one.
Said an ugly midget.
Yo, let's be real. He was an ugly midget. So this wasn't like
Kill is a habitual line stepper.
Hold on, man.
He was like an ugly midget, and it was like, oh shit, like he looked like a little demon spawn or some shit. Like, and then he like talking about Halloween, so it was like, oh snap, these niggas rented like a little demon for Halloween, and then like, no, this nigga's fucking crew. Like,
You gonna get me fucked up out here, man? Because somebody from Houston gonna see this shit, be like, yeah, that's the cat that was talking reckless about Bushwick.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
This is why I stand by everything I say. Did the nigga not look like a demon?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, kid.
Wow, you been wild tonight, man.
Y'all act like I'm lying. He looked like a little demon spawn. It's not a lie. It's the truth. I mean, don't act like y'all was all like, no girl was like, ooh, Bushwick Bill, like.
Hey, somebody was, man. He got kids, man. Somebody was.
That don't mean that. Okay, okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I know when I'm right because there's silence. So
just take that and keep it pushing, man.
I'll take the silence and keep it.
There we go.
I don't need Jay Prince goons running up on me.
Exactly. There we go. Ghetto Boys. My mom's playing tricks on me. Who's next?
Yeah, brother.
Who's that, me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take it and make it a little light for a second. Expansion outro, Talib Kweli. This was his take on Four Women, which is a Nina Simone joint. For a lot of people, it's probably the first time they heard the story, but I think he did an excellent version of redoing this 4-part story. The expansion outro, Talib Kweli.
All right, that's cool. Porsche, what you got?
Me and My Girlfriend by Tupac. I had to
make the list.
Surprise.
Well, I mean, I could put like 10 Tupac songs if you guys want, but anyways, we'll stick with Me and My Girlfriend. I also wrote an article about this because I absolutely love this song. I think it's here's what I love about it compared to everything other songs in the same vein is that Pac never actually says what the girlfriend kind of is. He never outwardly says it. He leaves it up to sort of interpretation. Some people don't ever know by the end of the song, and some people do clue in, but I love that. I think it's super clever, and I don't think there's other songs that the rapper doesn't outwardly say what it is that they're sort of comparing things to. So this one makes my list for storytelling and for like metaphoric songs as well. Pac's a genius, so I'm not surprised. that's I had to say that. Stop laughing at me.
No, it's the way you threw it in there.
Pac is a genius.
Pac's a genius.
Pac is a genius.
Let me tell you something.
Yo, Brian, you ain't got your trombone tonight, man? You ain't got your trombone?
Man, I don't want to wake up my dog, man. He had a rough day.
All right, I feel you. Hey, what you got up next, man?
I had I did have Ice Cube, My Summer Vacation. That's one of my favorite joints, but I'm gonna go with something else. I got Big Somebody Got to Die. Because just as a story, it just has so many visual elements lyrically in it. And I remember one time, like on my stereo, it was some kind of mode or some shit on my stereo where it put the lyrics, the verses behind the ad-libs. So one time me and my man just listened to it and they're acting out everything from the beginning of the song to the end. So all that shit you hear in the background, Rain talking, like they're literally acting out Big's entire song. And I was like, damn, this shit is better than I thought. Right. You know, I was just into the beats and into the lyrics, but it was cinematic. and it's storytelling on another level, and that's what I really liked about
This
it.
is gonna sound crazy, but the first time I ever really noticed it is when I got my first pair of Beats headphones. My first pair, and not to say Beats is a great headphone because there are other ones, but it's like, oh, that was my first pair of like high level, headphones. And I was listening, I was like, yo, the rain, everything that was mixed in there, the sound effects, like the conversations in the background, it's like you don't even realize that shit is in there because of how well mixed the song is. You know what I mean? That's a great point you put out there. For real. Like that's just amazing. If y'all have a chance, sit down. I'm a smoker, so I gotta do it. Dead serious though. Like just sit down and just have the headphones on and listen.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, most people know the verses. If you're a big fan, you know the verses by heart. It's the first song on the album. But then just listen to the background.
Yeah.
He's saying this stuff. It's amazing. Amazing.
I'm on it.
All right. No doubt. Vern, what you got up next?
All right, I'm gonna go with an obscure one. Never Leave off the Little Brother and Justice for All album.
Wow.
All right, so everybody know Fonte. They know his seed. They know what he's about. So you pop this mug in, and this nigga says, "Come on, this is for my niggas on the corner. Them boys on the block, steady moving at work. All through your community, you need a fundraiser. Them boys will come through and even slang at the church." And so at the end, he says, "I know a lot of niggas gonna have to run this back." They're like, "Dang, Tay, when you start promoting crack, it ain't as bad as it seems. I'm just shouting out my niggas down at Krispy Kreme." He broke down a whole verse that you swore he was talking about cooking up work in the kitchen.
Talking about donuts.
Talking about the nigga said, Krispy Kreme make the boys go crazy. I love that. I mean, Fonte's a genius.
He is a genius. I like Fonte.
Fonte is dope. Fonte is dope.
But he's not Pac level genius.
She's not. But no, if you are not familiar with that song is dope. I mean, just the creativity to flip it like that.
And what's the name of that, Vern?
It's called Never Leave. It's off of Little Brother.
Is that the minstrel show?
It's and Justice for All. I believe it's a mix.
Yeah. Oh, that's the mixtape joint. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, those mixtapes in between were crazy,
dude. Yeah.
All right, yes. What you got up next, man?
I'm gonna go with On the Run with Coogee Rap.
Okay.
Yo, this nigga still up with my shit.
That's why you gotta go out to a big jokers first on this show.
G-Rap's on the run. He got into some status with the mafia, and he's trying to get out of town. They catch up to him, kill his girl. He kill the mafia boss at the end and get away. Stir Jinx on the production. Real good track. So yeah, Coogee Rap on the run. Good story.
All right, no doubt. What you got?
Who you say?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My fault. I got Nas Rewind.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Yeah.
Go he there. Like he told an entire story backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Even the rolling of the blunt, like the blunt gets bigger and growth. Jungle unrolls it. Like it's like what do you like? Nas is just he's out of control. He told an entire story backwards and made it so vivid, like chain syllables. Like I just said, go he there. And there's another one I'm missing too where he says,
outside right we.
Outside right we. Because block your own enemies the. Like, what are you talking about? How do you do that?
Yeah. That's because he's a genius.
But not Pac level genius. Every time you guys say that, I'm gonna say not Pac level genius.
Oh man.
Not Pac level genius though.
Hey, that song was close. That joint close.
If you want to keep it all the way real between beats, the beat is tough. If the beat is mean, and even he had even the voicemail at the end of the song to start out. Yo, Nas, leave it, peace. Before, like, there's just so much about that song. I would even put it in the running for like one of the greatest songs of all time because it's that genius.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
All right.
I would agree with that.
Right. No doubt. Rewind is actually one of the joints whenever I got my teens in the car
You gotta play it for him to show him what real rap is.
I do, because what I do is I ask them now, can your favorite rapper do that? You know, instead of being like, oh, your favorite rapper is whack, I'm like letting them listen to that. And at first, they're the same thing. You know, it don't make sense. What's outside right? I'm like, nigga, say it back. Like, we right outside. Oh my God, he's incredible. He's a genius. So, yes. I'm gonna go right now with Ev's favorite rapper. So, you know, I want to shout out my brother. His favorite rapper, Joe Budden. I'm going with Joe Budden.
God damn, we can't do one show without Joe Budden popping up somewhere.
I am going to go with Joe Budden, 3 sides to a story.
Bravo. Hey, Kill, bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo, Kill.
I appreciate it.
Oh, senior citizen up in here.
If you have never heard this joint, it's about the thing I love about Joe will make an 8-minute song. So this is an 8-minute song. It tells the story of a kid, Derek from Queens, and his family. He got bagged for murder. He did jail time, and it's about what happens when he gets out of jail. And it's one of those like usual suspect stories. Like you got to keep up with everything. You're gonna have to rewind it and be like, oh snap, that's why I do. I don't even want to tell what happens. If you haven't heard 3 sides to a story, simply go to YouTube, Google it. You can hear the story. If you don't like Joe, this is one of Joe's songs. One of the songs that when people like that, pump it up, nigga. I play him this. They're like, yeah. Nice, dude is nice. It's hard to do that. So Ev, I beg of you, brother. I biblical one.
Hey, this would shut that song shut me up. I can't even front.
Ev, MC to MC, Ev. That is like I really, and this is not even trying to be on some funny shit, but I really do think we're talking about genius level songs on this show today. That three sides is a genius song by Joe Budden.
Check it out, because when you said Joe Budden, I turned everything.
The name of the song is 3 sides to a story.
But this is the
thing. I don't know why people have this thing about Joe Budden just not respecting him or liking him as an MC. I just feel like
it's not that. It's not that. I'll clear it up. It's not that I don't like Joe Budden. It's certain MCs that wear their whole emotion on their sleeve, every song, every album. I just can't stomach. And he happens to be one of them cats. It's 3 of them. He's one of the 3.
Drake has made multi-million dollar albums from wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Porsche, how you know he talking about Drake? He didn't say nothing. He just said it's 3.
I said it's 3. Where you want Drake from, Porsche? Why you? What's wrong? You feel some kind of way?
Porsche hates Drake.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what's up.
Actually, I wouldn't. Actually, Drake wasn't there though. He wasn't a 3 I was talking about.
You can't slander Joe for wearing his heart on his sleeve in every song, every album when Drake is doing that and having like his angels follow him everywhere.
Damn, she really don't like Drake. Drake wasn't even brought up. She said, "I'm gonna talk about Drake." Damn it.
Hey, Porsche,
I'm sorry, Porsche. I didn't realize you don't like Drake.
No, I don't listen to
we are good money.
Woo!
Drake is another one that does that. My thing is, I'm all about it. I can't take it every song. You gotta don't cry on me every song in some kind of way.
Oh my God, I can't. Like Joe doesn't cry in every song Drake does, but I mean,
no, Joe, but Joe wears it heavy. Joe wears it heavy on his sleeve.
All right,
Joe gave Drake the template.
Story is just Joe gave Drake sides to a story. Just check it out.
3 sides to a story.
I've heard it already. I'm pretty sure I have, but I'm gonna give it another listen.
Give it another listen. Check it out tonight. I appreciate you, good brother. D, what's another joint for you?
My next joint is a children's story. I'm gonna get a little political. It's because the same thing that he was telling a story about back then is happening now.
Okay.
It's like kid, like we're dying out the streets at the hands of these over aggressive cops, and even though the little kid was doing what he was doing, he didn't deserve to get shot up like the way he did. Just like some of these cats out here that get in some trouble, they don't deserve to catch the many bullets that they catch when cops come and run up on them. So yeah, that's and that was just like every time I hear that story, it always brings me back to something or somebody, especially here in Baltimore, that they caught the bad end of a cop's over aggressive gun.
No doubt, I feel you. And for everybody out there, D will be running for mayor of Baltimore come next year. So if you are in Maryland, he will definitely need your vote
Whatever. Yeah.
And one of my, and I know it got repetitive after a while, but that's one of my favorite joints that Nas did off the last joint, Cop Shot the Kid. I know it gets repetitive over time, but it was dope how he at least how they freaked it. Rec, what you got?
All right, man. I gotta take it home, man. Redman, Superman Lover 2. And I'm throwing the remix in there for the cats that don't listen to the whole CD, man. He remixed the Superman Lover joint. If you just let the CD play out, about maybe 5 minutes into it, the remix just pops up. Long story short, man, Superman Love is a story about this dude being a lover of the ladies and just being a superhero, and things go crazy throughout the day, and he is there to save the day, being Superman Lover, man. I love Redman. Dude's a dope storyteller, dope MC.
Yeah,
I think he's highly underrated.
My favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just think he's underrated, man, as a storyteller. But that's my joint, man.
All right, no doubt. Ed, what you got?
My next one, I'm going to give it to the Blast Master, KRS-One, but I'm going to go with one that people don't usually go with. I'm going to go with Can't Stop, Won't Stop, because the story is just fucking phenomenal.
Oh, I got to check that out.
It's fucking phenomenal. That shit is just stupid. And Chris is, he's up there with Slick Rick to me as far as storytelling is concerned. But a lot of people don't think about Chris when you think about storytelling, but I'm going to throw Chris in there. Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
As long as you ain't say 13 and up.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing. 13 and good. I was thinking the same thing.
Funny, as long as you don't go 13 and good or whatever that name that.
Oh man, yeah, 13 and good. Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't even know.
Problematic.
Okay, so a couple of mine have been said, so I'll just go with the last one I've got. I Used to Love Her by Common. I love this song because I think it was ahead of its time. I mean, now that I kind of seen the decline of hip hop, or what I think is the decline of hip hop, I appreciate this song more, and that's why I think it's ahead. Because back then, I don't even think it was that bad, and then now I'm like, oh my god, this song is so relevant. I feel like this song will forever be relevant. I love the way he goes through it from beginning to end. I love everything about it. This is definitely one that is probably top 3 all time. So, yeah.
The funny thing about I Used to Love Her is I honestly think, and I want to do a show about this, I honestly think you could teach a college course on this. Actually breaking down how hip hop changed. Because people always like, even when I'm talking about Light, they're like, oh, Light only had 2 albums. But I'm like, you got to understand, hip hop was changing. So if hip hop just stayed as just make whatever you want, Light's career may have been looking different, but there was a New Jack Swing time when everybody had to do New Jack Swing. And I loved how Common was able to explain it, how it went through different phases. And again, I'm sure if you follow me, you've heard this story. Again, I listen to beats first, lyrics like 8th. So I had heard I Used to Love Her a million times and never knew he was talking about hip hop. And then one day I'm at my crib, and I'm like, oh shit, he's talking about hip hop. And everybody like, nigga, the motherfucker tells you that at the end of the song, and you still didn't know. So this goes back to, I thought Bag Lady was about homeless people. So,
it's not?
No, man. It's about baggage that people carry between relationships and life.
Hold tight. D, were you serious right now?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
real quick, because I got to bounce in a minute, man. Can I just ask you that question and throw my last one in?
Yeah.
My last one, I was stuck between You Can't Stop the Prophet and from J. Rue and Mahogany, but I'm going to go Mahogany Rakim because he's always trying to play Rakim, and I'm going to throw that in there again.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to play Rakim?
Yeah, yo, man, we did a whole episode about it. And it's
where was that?
That was one of my favorite episods.
No.
Oh no.
You're not going out like that. No, you're not. Because I got witnesses who were on that show when all I said was, since Rakim has changed the way we think as human beings, give me a line, give me 8 bars, post pay them for, and you couldn't do it, good brother.
I did give it to you.
No, you did, brother.
That's what I gave you. I gave it to you.
Yo, Kill, you hate a lot of rappers, yo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did Ev give it to me? Because I've got footage.
I gave it.
No, you know what?
Again, but that's not what the conversation is about right now, Kill. We're not gonna go back. We're even talk about that. That's another story.
Nope.
See that on Twitter.
Nope.
Forgive, brother. Forgiveness.
Because he said I'm slandering him, and I'm gonna show this right here.
You ain't got to show nothing because I gotta go.
I
gotta go.
I got somewhere to be.
Don't go. I got right. Everybody,
ask my question.
Everybody, be quiet and watch this.
Wow, he pulled it up.
You can't go from that footage.
He pulled up footage.
Oh no!
Play the room.
No.
Everybody, listen.
This is after I gave you the verse that you didn't like. You gonna play this part? This is after I gave you the verse that you didn't accept. You're oh my god, you're gonna cue it up after that part.
Get into it, El. Like you in that church, just be quiet. Wow. Trying to remember this shit. I hear the chorus, but
Break out. It's not a good look, man.
Yeah, you might as well deuce out, bro.
It's all good, but you know what? I know is he queued the shit up after I already gave him the verse.
You didn't give me the verse.
It's all good.
You did not give me the verse, good brother.
I gave you the verse, girl.
What verse did you like? What verse did you
give? I gave you didn't like.
I remember Ev did give you something and you didn't like it.
You gave me Know the Ledge?
I gave you Know the Ledge, and you didn't like it. You was like, nah, for whatever reason, whatever Kill's reason, justifications that happened, it didn't work. You did another one. Which happens 9 times out of 10. Right. The question that I asked you earlier, when you were talking about the Black Thought and the whatever the whole thing about the Black Thought. My question was, Black Thought on Guru.
Mm-hmm.
My question was, I asked Kill, first give me a mediocre producer that you kind of it's okay, but you're not really a big fan of. He said Knife Wonder. But he said Knife Wonder.
Yo, he's always hated Knife Wonder, yo. That's horrible.
He don't hate Knife Wonder. He don't hate Knife Wonder. Him and I had a long discussion over that. He don't hate Knife Wonder.
Yo, this
he does not understand how people give this cat the title of like fucking classic producer that he gets based off of what he's done. And I get that.
You know, as much as I want to believe that, we've had conversations. That dude hates Knife Wonder.
He hates Knife Wonder, yo.
I wasn't gonna say all that, but hey, I mean, shit. Since you put it out there,
but it's all good. It's all good.
Kill hates Knife Wonder. Fuck it.
Pull up a Knife Wonder beat.
Fuck it. Kill hates Knife Wonder.
Yeah, Knife Wonder. Twitter
at Kill 889. Right. Because they coming.
George Bush.
They coming.
George Bush. Every time I bring up Little Brother, the first thing Kill say is,
did you want to pull?
The first thing Kill says, I hate Knife Wonder. I'm like, dang, yo.
I do not say I hate Knife Wonder.
You do, yo.
Yo, let me explain something to y'all. Do y'all know what the word hate? Y'all want to know what the word hate means to me? Like that?
Oh, now he want to define hate. See, this is what happened.
Talk about like the hate you get.
Hate is a very big mistake. It rhymes with frustrate and aggravate.
When people say I'm hating, I feel like how a black person says when a white person calls you a nigga.
Here we go. This is Kill's definition, y'all. Just so y'all know. This is Kill's definition of the word hate. Go ahead, Kill.
Hey, I think Knife is a 3 mic producer. That's not hate. That's what I think about.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's the first time you've ever said
that. That's growth for him.
I'm not.
Hold up, Kill. I'm not saying you hate on him. I say you hate him. There's a difference between the two.
You hate
There's a difference between the two.
That is true. There's a difference. But here's the thing. I'm not a fan. And that should be okay. I'm not.
That should be.
But you're more than just not a fan.
It's okay.
You're more than just not a fan, yo. You actually despise dude's work, yo. You just don't like his work.
I'm so happy that you're with us today.
Here's the problem. If you're not a fan of somebody, then you probably don't like their work, right? That's how fans.
No, Kill, here you go. Here, we're going down Kill Lane, y'all. Get ready.
Here we go. I know.
Hey, put your seatbelts on. Here we go.
No, Here go the funny part. The funny part about it is he really started getting into Fonte, and I was like, wait a minute. Every time I brought up Little Brother, you ain't never talk about Fonte. You always brought up how you don't like Ninth first. How we get to now Fonte is a great.
Ninth. Yeah.
First of all,
hey, actually, didn't like it actually on Twitter?
How did I start this show off? Niggas don't listen. This is how the show started. Niggas don't listen.
How do I not listen when I'm in the car with you?
Listen to me. If I always said with Little Brother, I said, man, Fonte is incredible. I can't wait till he get with another producer. I don't like Ninth's beats. That's okay. It's okay. There's somebody out there who does not like Premier. There's somebody who doesn't like Prison. And that's okay. I don't care what y'all like.
Listen, it's all right, man. It's all right not to like people.
No, it's not.
But when you hate people, it's a different thing. Like Wonder.
Get with the rest of the story.
Like Wonder.
Rest of the story. Get with the rest of the story.
So the rest of the story is this. After we get past the Kill hate, I asked him a question. I said, if you put Guru's storyline on a Knife Wonder beat, and you put Black Thought storyline on Knife Wonder beat, because he was like, if I was on the whole Deserted Island thing, which one would you like? He said he would like the Guru because of this, and that. And I said, well, that's the true testament of what you see as far as like who's a good storyteller. So that's, for you, that works. I don't know how you made Black Thought whack after all that, but that's another story.
Basically, the story was, I think I put out a tweet saying something about that, Guru being a better all-around MC than Black Thought.
You know what? You got to stop that, man. Just because because you say that one is a better storyteller, it doesn't mean one is a better MC.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is what I mean. And Porsche, me and Porsche talked about this earlier. Y'all want to know what's funny about Twitter? People get at me and they say, "Hey, Kill, what do you think about this?" I give the answer, and then 30 other motherfuckers want to jump in the conversation and tell me I'm wrong.
He'll hate Black Thought.
No, it don't work like that.
You got to start DMing the answer, man.
It don't work like that.
He'll hate hashtag
Kill hate Black Thought.
I hate Black Thought. See, this is what happens. What happens is there's a whole bunch of lonely motherfuckers on Twitter who tweet they shit out every day, they thoughts on music, and don't nobody reply. That's real talk. Nobody reply.
I'm with you. I agree. But
all I'm saying is, these are my opinions. I like as a better all-around MC than Black Thought. And this is how we move on from shit. Because guess what? I love Benny the Butcher. If you hold tight. If you say, Kill, I don't like Benny the Butcher, you know what I'm gonna say? Oh, well, that's fucked up. Where you gonna eat? Why the rest of all got 30 days?
I'm just gonna ask you a question.
I'll never understand that.
I just want to be clear. So you're saying that Guru is a better MC than Black Thought?
I said, Guru, watch this little thing I'm gonna do with my fingers. Watch.
No, all around is fine. But I'm saying at the end of the day, let's get fine, all around, whatever. So it's the same thing I'm saying. All around the world, around the block.
Right.
You're saying Guru is a better MC than Black Thought. That's all. I'm just asking questions.
In my opinion, he is.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Now, can we move on, or are we going to spend the next 30 minutes y'all trying to convince me I'm wrong?
I'm not going to try to
I'm not convincing you. Yeah. I'm going to just make sure I check my Twitter feed tomorrow.
I just want to be...
Because this is what I said, and this is what I said to Ev earlier. There are people, for civilians, and what I call civilians are people who don't do shit with music. Y'all just listen to the shit. People who do make music, I believe that Gangstar makes better all-around songs than the Roots do.
I definitely agree with you on that.
I said if I'm on a deserted island and I can take the Roots discography or Gangstar's discography, I'm going to take Gangstar's discography because I
that's a different conversation. I would not debate on that at all.
But this is how I'm defining a better all-around MC. I'm talking about the songs you make. I'm not talking about one-on-one in the cypher. Of course, Thought is going to slaughter Google. I'm talking about making songs. Because here's the thing, boys and girls, you're in the recording industry. Your job is to make songs. So that's what I'm talking about. So I believe I will take.
When you talk MC, you're talking
songs.
That's nice. You can say songs all day, but when you talk MC, you're talking lyrics.
Well,
so
I'm breaking.
Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Okay. If you strip all those beats away, and we just have lyrics from both of those cats.
Okay.
That's the measurement of MC. It's not who's under the beat.
Well, you know what? Guess what? Acapella, I will take Guru telling me a story because I'm like Portia. I like stories. So I will take telling me.
Does that mean that Guru is a better? Okay, and I feel you. But does that mean Guru is a better MC than Black Thought?
In my opinion, it is, and I still don't know why 8 minutes later we're still having this conversation. I'm totally lost because, again, it's my opinion. Why do y'all take it?
I'm not debating. I just want to be clear.
Why do y'all want to change me?
Well, hold on, wait a minute. I got one thing to say about that, Kill, and I'm gonna move it to another whole thing.
No,
you did not act. You did not act like this. Wait a minute.
Help me, man.
You did not act like this when I said I felt Q-Tip was better than Fife. You did not act like that. It wasn't my opinion. I was crazy.
No,
thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
No, I said you're bugging, and then we moved on.
But you didn't accept my opinion. You didn't say, okay, I accept it as that being your opinion. You said I was crazy.
I don't have to accept that.
See? But I got to do it for you right now, though?
No, I'm just saying move on. That's all I'm saying. Ev, thank you, bro. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, Ev set stuff on fire and then run out.
I know, right? Ev got to be an Aries.
I just want.
Hey, I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries with you, bro.
I'm an Aries with you too, bro.
I'm an Aries with you. We set it on fire and we tiptoe out real quick.
That's what we do. We come for the fight and then we leave.
Yeah, I sit here like this with my cup, like.
Porsche.
I love y'all.
All right,
have a good night.
Good night, Ev.
Here's the thing, Porsche, and we talked about this earlier. Why won't y'all just let me like who the fuck I like?
That's where I am with it. I mean, I guess I'm could be guilty of subtweeting. I'm not gonna get on Al internet and argue with somebody about what they think.
I'm like, yo, that's the thing. Like, yo, if I don't like Ninth Wonder's beat, if y'all don't like Benny the Butcher, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, yo, you should listen to 10 and Talk 3, and you're gonna be like, I didn't like it, and I'm gonna be like, okay, and we'll probably never talk about Benny the Butcher ever again.
Right.
Life.
Right.
I dropped this Black Phone.
Right.
I don't know how true that is.
Weeks ago.
No, that's not factual.
D, we had that discussion at the radio station 5 years ago about Fife. When have I ever brought up to you?
You brought it up like 2 months ago. What are you talking about? We were sitting around and you was like, this is a dude that said.
Oh shit.
This is a dude that said that Fife was a better MC than Q-Tip. You brought it up.
I probably did. I admit that.
Good.
I admit when I'm wrong. I admit it. Like, that's the other part. Y'all be thinking I'm not gonna admit it. You're right, D. I'm wrong. It's no.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to hear it.
You're right. I got that. All right. Damn. Y'all some rough critics out here. I don't even know where he left off. Vegas, what's your next song, man?
Well, Kill, the Fife and Q-Tip thing. You forget I was there.
Oh, you was.
Thank you. Yep, you was there. You was there.
You didn't let it go. You thought, and we did it. We went on air.
We went on air. Tell him Vegas. Tell him Vegas.
So, yeah, you didn't let him have his opinion. You started soliciting everybody, and then we went on air.
Oh shit!
Talked about it.
All right.
Oh shit!
Good point. I have grown since.
Damn, Kill.
And I've grown. Donnell, I apologize right now that I did not let you live with Fife. I apologize.
Wow.
And that's it. I'm not gonna give no excuse.
That's a damn shame, Kill.
I'm apologize and say I've grown as a person.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm glad Vegas was on. I'm glad Vegas was on so we could attest to this.
Okay, we are good. Vegas, what's your next song?
My next is J. Rue the Damager. Can't Stop the Prophet. I think it's a really dope record, not just because it's a story, but it's a story about defeating certain mentalities, emotions.
Yeah.
Genius. He didn't have to tell you that it wasn't people. You just the guy's name was Ignorance, and you. But I think it was just so smart. You know what I'm saying? To think of something like that and to make it a whole story in this battle against ignorance, and it's dope on so many levels, man. It's just one of the greatest hip hop records, storytelling records of all time from J. Rue the Damager. So if you young, you never heard of it, or maybe you knew the hip hop, never heard of it, you should check it out. It's called Can't Stop the Prophet. They even got a video for it. Video scary as shit, but with the stop motion shit. But at the same time, man, very dope record that has layers to it. So,
all right, tell me this: you like the original or the Pete Rock remix better?
I think I like the original better because that's what I heard first. I like the Pete Rock remix, but like because it was a story, I don't know. I don't look at remixes in the same way when it's something like that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's the jam and then you make a better version of the jam, like Pete Rock did with Just a Men for Das Effects, like that's different. You know?
Yeah, that was dope.
Story. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of like the beat is part of the character of the story. You know what I'm saying? So I don't remember it as much as I did, but I think when I think about it right now, I think of the original.
All right. Yeah, I'm one of the few people who like the original better. It seemed like everybody, once Pete did that, then it was like, that was it. It was dope, but I still like the original better. Vern, what you got up next?
Did you get Yents, man?
I'm going in order and on my screen down here.
My bad. All right, I just want to make sure okay. I'm gonna go with Common Testify.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So can I say something? Because one of the things I wanted to do at the end of the show was to try to figure out where certain people rank. I just want to make y'all know that right now Common got 4 votes. Mm-hmm. He's got the most votes of the show so far.
Common's a dope storyteller, man.
But whenever I hear people talk about storytelling stuff, I never hear Common's name brought up. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show, and I'm keeping because I wanted to tally it up. But I'm like, damn,
you gonna do us like how you did D.
I just want to see what it does.
Hold up. Anybody say Black Thought yet?
Oh shit!
Cut it out, cuz.
Got one motherfucking vote yet.
Don't matter. They still gonna come for us.
They coming for me though. I be looking for them. They don't.
Nah, Veg, they're not coming for you. They're not coming for you, bro.
Testify. Keep talking, brother.
And before I even talk about it though, I think one of the things I want to do is kind of think about the stuff. Everybody kind of brings up the same thing when we talk about story songs all the time. So I'll try to think outside the box a little bit, but this is an obvious one. I thought about this song and then I thought about the video. I was listening to the song in the car today and you could see the video. This was the easiest job that anybody that directed the video had to do. The song set it all out right there, for you. And I love the plot twist at the end, man. I mean, I didn't see that coming, that Taraji, was the queen pin. So Common did his thing on that one.
All right, no doubt. Yeah. What you got up next?
You call me out, Kev?
Yeah, so what you got up next?
All right. I'm gonna go with the Vapors for Biz.
I had that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Good one.
One of the last stories all about Biz and TJ Swan and Kool V's come up to make it big, and people was hating on him at first, and then you know how the story goes. They started jocking him once they got their little establishment. So yeah.
Nigga, please, you work for UPS.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane was a great storyteller.
I know, right? I just watched the documentary on that the other day, and nobody they didn't talk anything about Kane writing that, But either way, it was still beautiful, man.
Yeah.
the funniest thing about Vapors, when I got the tape and saw the name of it, I thought it was going to be about a venereal disease. At the time, you know, we still had, you know, back in those days, you had like Kool go see the doctor and stuff.
Yeah.
I just seen Vapors and I was like, oh, I don't, you know. It's cold. I don't know. But all right, yeah, what you got up next?
I'm gonna go with Outkast Art of Storytelling, particularly Stack's verse, Sasha Thampa, or that's how you know what I mean. First of all, also on one of the greatest albums of all time, Quimonai, you know what I mean. Partial to that joint. September 29th, 1998 is when it came out. For those who aren't there, before I had to throw that out. Sasha Thampa is about basically a chick he used to deal with in school real quick, and he lost touch. You know, he's hoping to see her one day, and he finds out that she is overdosed and you know, passed away. So it's one of his, I think it was one of his greatest songs. I mean, honestly, Stack's got like,
I might come on. Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to keep fucking Stack's, probably could easily make 6 joints on this.
I got 2 of them over here.
I see you in the A. I see you in the A. I see you in the A. The closer. You gonna close the show correctly, my man. All right. Yeah, but Stack's like, you know, Stack's. I always say this. He has, like, he's a Swiss Army knife. He has all the tools as an MC that are like great. He's not like good and at some points, and he's great at everything, every single thing that involves rap, including storytelling. So, art of storytelling, you know, it's my joint.
Tell me this, y'all. One of your favorite, one of the dopest. I want to say that he said he doesn't freestyle. Is that a knock against him?
I don't know. I don't listen. I rhyme. I know how tough it is to pen rhymes, yo. So like, if you do it with the pen or you freestyle, however you put it together, as long as it's and it's. I mean, and I'm pretty sure Stacks can freestyle. He's like, to me, he's a Jedi. Honestly, like he's in that class. Like
no. But what I'm just saying is, if I'm not mistaken, he said he doesn't. Like he can't. Or like he may not feel comfortable. But if that is true, as an MC, do you hold that against him? That I won't
hold that against anybody, just because I know how difficult it is.
I'm telling you, Veg, I got you. And Veg, again, being an MC, I want to know from the MC. So MC wise, Veg, is that a knock on him?
That he can't freestyle?
If a person can't freestyle, but is nice in every other attribute, is that a knock on him? Since you're an MC, how do you view that?
Well, that's not the way I was going to answer that. I was going to answer it as a podcast host. And I did a show on rules in hip hop and whether they matter anymore. And I think that one does not matter anymore. I think it mattered at a certain time where that was the expectation. You know what I'm saying? And everybody tried to outdo each other. Everybody tried to be nice. Everybody was writing every day. Everybody was in a cipher. That's not necessarily the way things work now. And not everybody can do that. Some of the greatest rappers of all time can't really freestyle. Nas is not a great freestyler. Redman is. Eminem is. Like, there's certain dudes that are crazy at it, and there's some who don't even bother with it. Big can't really, or couldn't. So Tupac can, even though he's a genius. But as an MC, I never really looked shit. I really ain't no big freestyle. I wound up telling fucking jokes as a result. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I think that doesn't matter as much anymore because what he's able to craft is still coming from him. You know what I'm saying? And it's still dope and we still respect it. So it kind of, it nullifies the whole Kenny freestyle thing.
All right, no doubt.
I read something somewhere that said some hip hop book I have. It says every rhyme is a freestyle because it had to come from somewhere. You know what I mean?
All right, good point. The next one I'm gonna go with is Friend or Foe, Jay-Z. I'm gonna go with 1 and 2. When I heard it, I just thought it was dope. I thought Jay's whole flow, the whole kind of like, I always used to call Jay like he's running for mayor. Like I always say, like if Jay was big, he gave them the same song. Big was like the rock waller that was gonna attack you, and Jay was gonna be more political with it, like he was in Friend of Foe. So I thought the whole joint was dope. And then if people saw the Streets is Watching, little DVD he had out where he had the video to it, and then part 2 I thought was crazy too when he came back and took care of the business and like I love Jay's wittiness of like, you promised, like, come on, man, we had it did. He's like, come on, man, you promised me, you pinky swore, and now you're gonna go behind my back and still try to make this happen. And on the low, Skyzoo did a joint coming from the aspect of the drug dealers who Jay killed his son. His son is now trying to come back at Jay. So I thought that was the kind of dope spin that Skyzoo had put on the song too.
Sky's dope.
Yeah, Sky's dope. And put a spin on that. So I thought that was kind of dope too. D, give me your last 2, man.
All right. I'm gonna tell a quick story about it, and y'all be able to pick it up when I say it. So, I had to ride to New York with one of my cats. He had to pick up a car, right? So we get to New York. He picked up the car. We're driving back through the city, and I'm driving down the street. And I say, "Yo, that's where Renee died." Cats in the car went crazy. Like, what?
Wow.
I'm like, that's where Renee died. Nobody knew what I was talking about, yo. I was like, Renee, but it was crazy. So that yeah.
Here's a funny story too. We were in New York when T's father was sick, and he was at St. Luke's, and I was like, "Yo, Renee, so I'm with you, bro."
Yeah.
Hey man,
so yeah,
she studied law, right?
Right. And my last one, Brenda's got a baby. Tupac.
All right. Pac with Brenda's Got a Baby. Put a smile on Porch face, so we good for tonight. All right. Yo, right. Give me your last 2, man.
All right, man. So one of them, I'm gonna go with Big L, Casualties of a Dice Game. I just always loved the song, man. The story was wild because it can happen in any dice game across America. He throws the money up at the end, and all of that. But I love the song, man. Big L, that dude's a storyteller, straight up. He's a lyricist and he's a storyteller. Period. Point blank. I'm gonna leave it at that. And my last, I'm gonna go with Scarface's verse off of Betrayal, man. The Gangstar joint, yo. I'm gonna go off of that. I'm put a check mark here and I'm done. If you have not heard it, you need to go check the Gangstar joint Betrayal and just check Scarface's verse. Period. Point blank.
Right. Nick would be pleased because I was gonna do another Scarface, but you represent for Scarface. So
hey man, I'm starting to become a Houstonite, man. I think this is where I'm gonna retire and be. So I don't know, man. New York and Jersey is leaving me slowly, man. Houston is seeping in my bones, bro.
Don't say that, bro.
Hey man, I got to get back home, man. When I get back home, I'm gonna do how you did me, man. Yo, Yao just pulled up on me, man. That was crazy. Yao pulled up on me, man. That's wild.
Yo, is that Wreck in the building?
We're in the same spot, and I'm texting him like, "Yo, bro, where you at?" He's like, "Yo, I'm at the spot," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm at the same spot." Wild night. But that's what I got, man. Gangstar, Betrayal, Scarface's verse.
All right, Porsche, what you got for your last 2?
I got actually Scarface. I Seen a Man Die and Love Is Blind by Eve.
Oh damn,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I never really liked Love Is Blind.
Hey, Porsche, bravo on that one.
You had to give you a clap because that love it. Hey.
Thank you.
You kind of vexed me with the Tupac talk, but
whatever, yeah. So I think I love Love Is Blind. I never liked it initially, but then it really grew on me, and I like it because Eve shows so much emotion, and she's speaking from like an observer, but then she sort of gets involved, like sticks up for her friend, and she's watching her friend go through this abusive relationship, and she's talking about it. And I think it's a very powerful song, especially now, with all the shit that happens always, and this will forever be relevant. So that one definitely. And then I Seen a Man Die by Scarface. I can listen to Scarface tell stories forever. I love Scarface, and this one's pretty dope. I just love the flow of it. It's got a somber beat. It matches what he's talking about. It's just all around dope as hell. So,
yo, can I tell you something, Porsche?
Yeah.
You bringing up Face and Rec bringing up Face. The wildest part is when I tell people I'm not a big Face fan, everybody goes, "Oh, okay," and moves the fuck on. But anybody else, we stay on it for 20 minutes. Just a weird point because most people. I'm just thinking because most people I know who like Face are like, "Yo, he's one of the best ever." So you would think. I would think 1 + 1 = 2.
Tell you what,
Best ever.
Just for the record, I could not comprehend how you could not like Scarface
And again,
myself. I think I came at you on
It's not
Twitter.
that I don't like Face. I like him. He's just not one of my favorites.
I got a theory
I can dig that. I can dig that. That's easy.
But when I say that, everybody's like, "Oh, okay, Kill, we respect that." But if I say Black Thought can't tell a story, the timeline's on fire for 72 hours.
Got a theory behind the Kill.
Rationale, but neither here nor there.
Burn got a theory, man.
What's
The theory behind it to me is you named up top MCs that your timeline want to come at you after.
Yep.
The South, we so used to niggas not getting with it. We like forget it. We'll get with our own cats, whether you like it or not. And so it's like, okay, you don't like it, cool. We know who he is, and I think that's why.
That's true. The South gets hated on all the time, anyways.
Yeah.
And so, and it's because you keep bringing up these New York MCs, and then people get all up in arms about it because regional bias.
I love it, boys. That's a good podcast host right there. Let's bring it back. Vague, what are your last two?
Black Thought's not from New York.
And I said up top.
I know what you said.
I just meant East Coast bias. I didn't mean New York.
Philly cannot be come together.
Sorry, I just meant East Coast. Listen, the whole East Coast is New York, okay?
Big
Sorry,
Daddy
Billy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I know. I'm joking.
No, but you know the funny thing is, it's the way, like how she just said with regional bias. I know a lot of people from the West Coast who do look at that. Like if they say East Coast rap, that's New York. Like there is no.
Yeah, I know Black Thought is from Philly. I know Black Thought is part of the roots.
Now, of course, people from the East Coast are like, nah, that's New York, that's Jersey, that's Philly. But people who are from down south in LA, they look at it like, yeah, that's just New York, East Coast.
Yeah, but guess what? New York don't give a fuck what other people think.
That is true.
That too is a fact.
Yeah,
that is true. That is
true.
But let me get to my list. Tupac, I ain't mad at you.
Nice.
I love that record. I love it for so many different reasons.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love the fact that, well, you know, not for this reason, but the fact that when Yo came out after Pac passed, it was just so fitting because it's a story about a dude who's in the streets who's wild, and his man is kind of giving up on that, and he's kind of mad at it, but at the same time he can't blame him because of all the bad that comes from it. I think that's where Tupac's genius is finding those relationships and those nooks and crannies within the hood, any hood. And this shit is universal, regardless of where you're from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows a street cat who got a man who's trying to, whether he get married and go somewhere else or he go off to college or whatever, who's trying to do something better. And he knows it's better. And he's kind of not feeling it a little bit, but he can't be mad at him for trying to make it. So that's what I really love about that joint. The story, in the video and the timing of it, it was dope, priceless. And last, I got Eminem Stan. I mean, I've heard songs about fans before, but it was just one of those songs where you just like, how did no one else do this already? You know what I'm saying? A story about an overzealous fan writing you multiple letters, and he's obsessed with you, and you know you're this big star and shit, and the Stan is basically telling the story through the letters, but Eminem obviously is reciting it. It's a tragic story. It's the first time Eminem did anything like that, really, to be honest. Like a real thoughtful story. And it was so dope that Stan became a part of hip hop slang. It came from Eminem, so don't forget that.
Yeah,
Kill hates Eminem too.
Portion
yeah,
Kill,
well, he used the word Stan, so you don't hate him that much.
I liked Eminem's first couple joints, but he fell off very quickly and hasn't recovered from that. So.
And Donnella's right. I'm not an M fan either. So
Yeah.
Vern, what's your last two?
Sportioli, Dopalicious.
Nice.
All right, so if you've never been to Atlanta in the early '90s, that song, that story tells you everything that you know. That the place where they were at, Charles Disco and Lounge. That was the first place I stayed out all night. Dude, we took our lives into our hands. It's nestled in between Bankhead and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. So you know any MLK in any city in the world.
Yep.
And Bankhead is worse than that. So you have to park your car in the projects to go into the club. And dude, the girls in there were more dangerous than the cats. For real. And then why I love that song is when Stax talks about, you know, the Joker had his t-shirt over his head, talk about now who else want to ever
fuck with Hollywood
Coast. Now Hollywood Coast is down Bankhead, and then you make a right on the street called Gun Club Road. That's where the Hollywood Court is. Dude, that encapsulated Atlanta in that time. So I love that one.
That's an apartment complex, Hollywood Courts?
Yes, sir. Project / apartment complex.
Here's the wild part. For years, I thought he said, "Who else want to fuck with Hollywood?"
Yeah, that's the internet people. They thought this. Yeah.
But I mean, before I guess '98 is pop. This is before all that stuff. But I always thought he saying Hollywood Cold.
Yeah,
I thought he said Hollywood Cold too.
It sounded like Hollywood Coats, but that's Atlanta Hollywood Court. Anyway, and the other one, A Life in the Day of Benjamin Andre.
Oh, you a real one, man. You a real one.
Man, I mean, from top to bottom, just go read the lyrics. I mean, my goodness.
No, we did a show.
Yeah.
We did a show on Stax, and I put that in my top 5 Stax songs of all time.
I remember you did that. I remember seeing that show. That's when I got it down with y'all. But let me read the part about the Holy Ghost. In the jacuzzi, let's see. Y'all know the lines, man. That's another one. and then I'm gonna throw another one out there because nobody will say it. MC Light, Poor Georgie.
Yeah.
It's a dope joint.
Yeah.
It's a dope joint.
Hey, Nick, we got MC Light up here.
The South got something to say.
All right, yes. What's your last two, man?
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna go Maxine from Ghostface and Raekwon. Crazy story. That's just wow all the way through. And I'm gonna go with 6 in the Morning from Ice-T. Ice-T is the greatest storyteller. First album was plenty of stories on the first album and throughout his career. So yes, Morning from Ice-T and Maxine from the Ghostface Killer.
Okay.
No doubt. Yeah, what's your last two, bro?
I put 4 down already because I joined the big conversation. I'm lying. Did I say Big Niggas Bleed?
Oh
no, that's another one. That's a crazy story, and I didn't really pick up until I got older, until I was really able to understand what was going on. First of all, Arizona Ron is one of the most gangster niggas of all time. First of all, Arizona Ron is Big's man who they pulled the caper with. The thing about Big was so great that he mentions people throughout it, and then he reverts back to them, like Gloria from Astoria. Then he says, "Glow, see my face." I didn't know who Glow was. I didn't put that together for a long time. Like, who the fuck is Glow? But Glow is Gloria because that's short for Gloria. Also, funny part of the story also is after the whole thing happened, when Big murdered a whole bunch of people and so on and so forth, as they pulling off, the dudes who they got into it with, their car was getting towed. So
towed because they parked in front of fire hydrant.
Through all the excitement, they range got towed. They thought they were parked by a hydrant. Yo, so and another thing about stories, Big stories are there has to be some humor in them as well. You got to give people, different shit. You know what I mean? And the humor is a big part of the storytelling that keeps the intrigue as well. So,
I think the crazy thing about that is I remember reading that Puff was like, "Yo, tell the story," and then he said, "Make something funny happen at the end."
Yeah.
You know, so just the fact that Big would be able to take instructions and tell that ill story, and then Puff be like, "Yo, fuck it, throw something funny in at the end," and him to be able to do that, is amazing.
And then I had, I mean, this is a low key jump. It's one of my favorite jumps because it really made me respect. Meek Mill has a song called "Tony Story." I'm not sure if anybody's heard it before. I'm not sure how many are big Meek Mill fans. I imagine most of you guys are here, not. Because
I like Meek. I like Meek.
I mean, like Meek.
No. I'm not. You ain't gonna catch me riding down the street saying Meek Mill, but I will listen to it.
Definitely. So this is what I'll say because
Tony Story.
Tony Story.
All right.
And I think it's because not because necessarily because of the age gap. There's a little bit of age gap between me and y'all. You know what I mean? I do got a few grades coming in. You know what I mean? I'm out here with the old age, but Tony Story made me really respect Meek as a rapper because I was really surprised at how well he could put a story together. Tony Story happens in Philadelphia, which is a city I'm very familiar with, about basically a guy named it's Tony and Paulie, and Paulie murdered his homeboy for coke during a coke deal, and then Tony finds out about it and ends up murking him after he ran down on one of his chicks. He found some information. It's a really clever story. I would check it out. It's on the first Meek Mill Dream Chasers, but I would definitely check it out. I was for shock value because I didn't know Meek Mill could make a song like that, and it was really clever. So Meek Mill, Tony Story.
All right, no doubt, no about. Does anybody have any like honorable mentions or anything?
Plenty.
All right, let me get my last.
I do. I mean, that's why.
All right, I'll get to in a minute, Rex.
That's what's up.
The next one I got is Just to Get a Rep by Gangstar. It's my favorite Gangstar song. Like I always tell people, and this is why I don't really trip. And again, Donnell, I've grown, I've learned. Like conversation is that I really understand now more than ever that music really speaks to people. You know what I mean? Which is why now I really don't trip over what people say. So at this time, I was dating this shorty down in North Philly, and I had to catch a bus and 2 trains. And in 1989, I always tell people, I feel like Philly is the home of the stick-up kid. Not saying people don't get robbed in other places, but in Philly, I was in Harlem one time with T, and she's like, "Yo, let's just walk from 153rd to 116th." And I was like, on a Saturday night at 2 a.m, like, fuck no, are you kidding me? And we walked, and nothing. Like nobody did nothing. Like
everybody chilling.
Yo, he was chilling. I'm walking through Harlem, and I lie to you not when I tell you there's 30 niggas on the corner. Nobody said no. Let me explain to you how you would not have gotten from to 13th and Diamond without somebody throwing a brick or something at your head, especially if you was with your girl. Like, yo, we gonna rob this nigga in front of his girl. Like, like really stick up kid. Yo, we would have made it 2 blocks, okay? I'm not walking from 15th and Diamond to 13th and Diamond at 12 in the afternoon, okay? Let alone at 3 in the morning. Because when I call niggas like, yo, I got robbed, niggas gonna be like, what is you doing at 13th and Diamond at 4 in the morning? So just to get a rep just spoke to my whole situation. Go to this shorty's crib, and every time I went, I had to be like watching my back 50,000 different ways. Like, I've got 50,000 ways of not to get robbed in Philadelphia. Like, I'll be on the train looking out the window, being able to see what people looking behind me and what they doing. I got like 18 spider senses from not getting robbed. You know what I mean? So, like, real talk. So, Just to Get a Rep was one of my favorite joints. And then the one I gotta go with, I don't think nobody said this, but Nas is "I'll Give You Power." You know what I mean?
That was my honorable mention.
Yeah, I gotta go with that. Same thing. I use that to teach my kids, when they're always like, "Oh shit, he's a gun." The only thing I hated about that song is in the beginning, I wish Nas just didn't talk. Like when he's like, "Yo, it's like I'm a gun, man. It's like I'm a fucking gun." I wish the song would have just came on and we would have just gotten that story, for ourselves and not being have to be told that. D,
Tupac did that. I just had to put that up there. Nas couldn't do it, but Tupac did it.
You gotta understand, you're the only one who didn't know he was talking about it.
Whatever, Vegas.
Oh, God. Back up in this. Got any honorable mention joints?
Oh shit.
No, I don't got none.
Right, you run through them real quick, man.
I just got two, man. I'm going with Mos Def, Mr. Nigga. Every black man in America has been through a good portion of that story, man. And as a 10-year-old in 1988, when your uncles are doing what they shouldn't be doing and playing the great adventures of Slick Rick and let you hear Indian Girl, that's a problem. So those are my two, man. That's all I got.
No doubt.
Oh, Most Def Miss Fat Booty. That's That's my honorable mention.
All right. Porsche, what's your honorable mentions?
I don't have them, but they were all named.
Well, give us like 3 Pac songs just for the fun of it.
Three what?
No,
Pop songs. I mean,
in the C for 1, 2, and 3.
Stop it! You guys suck. I hate you all.
I'm giving Pac shine. I mean, I know you got Pac songs, so I was like, just give us a couple more Pac joints.
I got one.
Hell, you know I don't know no.
I got one.
Vegas already named Diamatia.
Did somebody named Brenda's Got a Baby?
Words of Wisdom. Yeah. God, like, I don't know, all of them.
All right.
What my homie calls.
I don't really know if that's a storytelling joint, but
it's Pac. It's a genius. It's over your head, Kill.
Yo, don't even get me started on that, man. That old J. Cole, like, it's too deep. Like, that was like thoughts of thinking man MC. I'm like, I say I can't think, nigga.
Somebody said that. I gotta go back and read my fucking tweets.
Yeah. Thinking man MC. Like, I think to it. Spag, what you got any extra joints?
I got 2 like honorable mentions because I think we forget about them because we didn't really care for the albums. It's Nas' Undying Love, which is probably one of his best storytelling tracks ever, but you know, it was on the IM, so a lot of people forget about it. And I think it was like the last record. And the other one that was on the album that a lot of people probably don't go back to is Jay-Z Meet the Parents. That was that shit is almost slept on because that was Jay like really like Friend of Fro, but Jay focusing more on having a I guess having a surprise or a hook at the end to the whole story that has a whole bunch of shit to it, but it's definitely dope. It was on the Blueprint 2 album. It's called Meet the Parents. So,
all right, no doubt. Vern, you got any extras?
Yeah, I got some extras. UGK, Pocket Full of Stones. Schoolie D, Saturday Night.
Yes, sir.
Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And then Kill, I need you to tell me if this is considered a story.
No, Vern, I'll tell you what's funny. I thought you was about to say Black Thought. I was gonna say,
no, not me.
Black Steel. I said, I hear Black. I said, oh snap, he's gonna make it. But
so, Kill, well, this can be considered a story. I'll take your man right out the box and put him under my padlock. So when you see us together chilling in the place, cold walking and sporting them in your face,
you go ahead, suck your teeth. I guess I'll take your man as a story.
It's so easy to make him fall for me, heifer. No man can resist salt and pepper.
No, I'm telling you, people sleep on a salt with a deadly pepper, man.
Oh yeah.
Sleep on that album. That is 5 mics.
I like that album.
Yes, sir.
People sleep on that first Salt and Pepper album. Now the second one was Shake Your Thing. That's when we started going downhill. No, I'm sorry. That is a Salt with a Deadly Pepper. Hot, Kool, and Vicious. I apologize. Hot, Kool, and Vicious is the first one. Assault with a Deadly Pepper is the second one. My bad. I apologize. You know, people be like, "Oh, Kill, you got hip hop connoisseur in your Twitter bio, and you fucked up, right?"
Yeah, that's
niggas love to be wrong. Like they niggas that be they day. Like I'm gonna prove Kill wrong today. Watch this shit, y'all. Yes, you got any extra joints?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a joint from Immortal Technique called "You Never Know."
Oh shit.
And Freaky Tales from Too Short.
Okay.
Yeah.
D, you smiling too much over there, D.
Hey, bro.
You smiling too much over there, man.
Hey, man, that take me back to debauchery times, man.
Debauchery.
Debauchery for real.
Yo, that's funny. All right, yeah, what you got left?
I said I gave you power, and I got a joint from Fabulous called "I Miss My Love." It's on the Low Soul's Way album. Dope joint. Like I said, I like it. Fab shot me with that one. Fab is another well-rounded MC. I wish he would stop dressing the way he's dressing right now. But, I Miss My Love is a story about basically him and a chick, and then you really don't know what happened at the end. You just hear a gunshot, but either he shot the chick or the chick shot him. But he basically found out the chick was running with I got caught by the feds, and he was gonna shoot and kill her at the drug deal prior to it, and then you hear a gunshot. You can interpret what happens by yourself, kind of like a Sopranos ending, if you will. But it's a dope joint, like I said, for Fab, getting out of his comfort zone, so to speak. So you should check that.
I'm sorry, you said an MC getting out of his comfort zone to tell a story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just point out that Kill has said like 10,000 times not to talk about Thought, but he's brought up Thought all the time.
I did not say Black Thought. I don't say his name anymore. Y'all see, if y'all watch my tweets, it's that MC. I don't even say his name. I just asked a question. Is it good for an MC to get outside of his comfort zone? That's all I said. And then y'all thought I was talking about Thought. I was just asking a question. Nick texted me his list. He's got Slick Rick, The Moment I Fear. He's got Nas, Undying Love, just like Vague. Andre 3000, A Life in a Day of Andre Benjamin. Souls of Mischief, Anything Can Happen. Jay-Z's Meet the Parents. 8 Ball, Time, and Kendrick Lamar Sing About. So that's what he had. The things that I got left, I got The Moment I Fear too, one of my favorite Slick Rick joints. I got EPMD Jane, the first one. Anything after the first one, you can keep that. But that first joint, that breakbeat I always loved, the Rick James Jane, the Chiefs Fly haircut like Anita Baker, looked up and down, said, I'll take her. Yeah. That was crazy to me. I got Warning by Big. Here's a slept on one a lot of people don't talk about. Trilogy by Foul Monch. It's off, I want to say, the Desire album. And he's talking about how his man is basically banging his wife and he finds out. So that was dope. Techzilla by Common. A lot of people may not have heard this joint, but it was a nice little story that High Tech did. Hard Like a Criminal by Das Effects. And 3 joints too. I don't think he gets a lot of props for the stories as Google. I got Sabotage, I got Soliloquy Chaos, and I got All for the Cash by Kool. So those are the joints that I had. D, give them all the information, good brother. I know you really ain't on Twitter like that, but when you run from there, you're gonna have to get on your social media game. All the info.
My Twitter is I_M_DKW. And I don't get on Twitter a lot, but when I do get on Twitter, it's always something that Kill said that George me. I don't know what it is, but something that Kill said George on Twitter, like, oh, you said that. So yeah, that's me. I am DKW. I_M_DKW. And what else? Facebook Darnell Wharton. And let's see. I don't know how much y'all know about Baltimore, the Baltimore movement. Baltimore ceasefire, but I'm one of the organizers of Baltimore ceasefire. We got a ceasefire weekend coming up in February. We'll be called for 72 hours of nobody getting killed in Baltimore City. Right now, we are at 272 murders. Last year, we was at 343. At this time last year, we was at 317. So we're trending better. Good. Hopefully, we don't make 300 this year. But Baltimore has made out of the top 20 most dangerous neighborhoods in the nation, Baltimore has 7 of them. 7 of the top 10. So we're trying to, with my movement is trying to install a different type of mindset in Baltimore City where we have no killings and no shootings. And that's what I do for the community.
That's dope.
All jokes aside, with me saying he runs for the mayor, just to give you props, he is in the street probably just as much as I am, if not more. And here's the thing about D. I'm in the streets because it's my job. He's in the streets after his day job. He's still in the streets. You know what I mean? This man right here walked from Baltimore to Washington, D.C. What was that walk for?
That was when I was with 300 Men March. We did that to raise awareness of the murder rates in Baltimore City. We walked to the White House.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all. I'm not walking to the mall that's 8 minutes from my house. So again, I commend you for all the work you do for Baltimore, brother. That's like a second city to me, going to Morgan. So just want to salute you for all the hard work you put in to try your best to get that murder rate down. Right. Give him all your info, man. Right. Give him everything.
Twitter is at DJRec1. Instagram is Worldwide Rec1. All
right, Porsche, give him everything.
Shayla Porsche on Twitter and IG.
All right, Vay, give him everything, man.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Vegas World INC. You can check out my podcast, Hip Hop Now Podcast, about news and perspectives anywhere where you listen to podcasts.
No doubt.
Great show.
What happened?
I said it's a great show.
Yeah. We gotta do another collabo episode of This Time in Hip Hop too, man, because it's fireworks in here when we collab. So we gotta make that happen too, man. Yes, Vern, give him everything, man.
Twitter VE Chandler 10 and Instagram V the Loan Closer.
Yo, and if y'all are in ATL and you need a house,
yep,
this is the man who you need to go see. I got you Instagram page. I'm like, yo, dude, this playing. Yo, you like 10 houses a day, man.
I called him about
my pastor coming down there. He might need a house.
Hey, bro, get my number from Kill. Kill, you can give him my number.
Hey, connect him. Yo, that's Jamal Bryant. So he gonna be.
Yeah. New birth. Okay.
I called him about my own mama. Make it happen. Call him up.
Wait, don't be taking none of that blood money though.
Burn out here, get drug dealers' houses.
Hey, listen, we're still alive, so never mind.
Right. That's my bad. We found out today Eddie was a Fed too, so we got
real.
I saw that.
Gotta watch you stay around Eddie. This nigga don't handwriting like that. I'm like, oh nah, nigga, you a Fed. Yes, give him all the info, man.
No info. I want to big y'all up for everything y'all do. It was a dope show. I'm glad to be a part of.
No doubt. Yeah, I'll give him all the info, good brother.
Yeah, music on IG and Twitter. What else am I on? My Snapchat is private. I don't let people on it.
Hey, y'all being all humble. Shout out to y'all for the NBA joint, man.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I did do a little joint for the Lakers. I got more joints. Actually, I'm working with them again very soon.
Word.
Get them Knicks up. You know, look, man. When the Knicks come hollering with some paper, we can.
They need to.
They need to.
You know what I mean? I'm still a supporter. I'm still here watching the Knicks. Like, you know, when they get them close games, I be torn. I want you to win or lose. I want the lottery. I don't want to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. The Hawks went on a 2-game winning streak. I'm like, what is you doing?
You know what I mean?
Zion. We trying for Zion. I'll take Barrett too, though.
I don't know if I want Barrett. I think I want Cam over Barrett right now.
All right, y'all, can we chill with the Duke talk? I'm just.
Don't hate.
So yeah,
don't hate.
I dropped a freestyle on my birthday. Go check that out. That's on SoundCloud. Over the Tiana Taylor instrumental. Go check that out. And just keep working. You know, writing, voiceovers. You know, hold on. Just working.
No doubt. You already know this with me. Kill 889 Twitter, IG. Again, I will be reminding people for the next week that if you bring up Black Thought, I will fucking block you. It has been done. I am blocking people. I'm no longer talking about him until someone completes the Black Thought challenge.
Tone coming for you.
Huh?
Tone
let me explain something to you about Tone. Let me explain something to you. Because I did this specifically yesterday just to make a point. I did what I asked the Black Thought for Guru in 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes off the top of my head to list 16 songs with Google staying on top. Then just for shits and giggles, I did it again for Common. Just to show people this is not a hard challenge. Tone is now on day 9.
Damn.
You are on day 9. If you have not completed this challenge by day 9, nigga, I don't even want to see this shit no more.
Man,
Come on, Tone.
That's like that Meek Mill and Drake beef, man. It took too long to come back.
It did not take you that long to complete something I did, and I did Commons in 17 minutes. I'm sitting here timing myself just to prove a point that it's not that hard to do. But
check this out.
It is that hard to do if the person you're trying to do it for doesn't tell stories.
Doesn't do it, yeah.
Check it out. Tone's coming for you, and Ev gonna come for you with them Rakim bars, and you're gonna be done.
No, I'm not gonna be done. I'm not gonna. I didn't know I had to put a time limit on this because Tone about to tap out. And if you ain't come up with 60 Black Thought lines by now, it's not going to happen. So again, nobody tweet me about Black Thought. Don't want to hear it. And then somebody told me Primo edges out Questlove as a producer by a hit.
Oh my god!
Wow. I give up. I'm like, I give up. I'm like,
I put my whole Twitter in rice yesterday.
I'm like,
over the shit I was seeing.
Yeah. I've never even heard nobody bring up Questlove's name ever as a producer.
I'm definitely about to go back through my thread.
You got Primo beating him by a hair. Really? Yeah.
And then BG from the Hot Boys is better than Big. I was done.
What?
I was done.
Yeah, somebody said that, man.
Somebody was trolling.
See, what happens, man, is people go to these different extremes again. I can acknowledge that I wasn't big on the Hot Boys or No Limit and all that, and acknowledge that they have some good stuff. But I ain't finna go all the way there. Now stop it.
Right. They know just who to get at to get the kind of reaction they want. So
yeah.
That's
well, here's the thing. They ain't going to get that reaction because they ass getting blocked. I'm up to 12 people by now. So somebody told me today, it was like, man, this Black Thought shit ain't never going to end. I'm like, yes, it will. When they all get blocked, it'll end. We'll see. All right, cool. So I will check y'all next week. We got to come up with a show topic. Vegas hit me with a joint that I think is kind of dope. We'll chop it up. I will check y'all next week, y'all.
All right.
Bye.